Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So today I'm going to continue on with my arcade game series where I like to try out some of the arcade games of, ports that I've played on other systems like the Atari, the Intellivision, Coleco, all that kind of fun stuff. But now I'm actually going to give the arcade port a try. Well, I guess this would have been the original. And I've never played this on the arcade, so this should be fun. This is going to be like my first dive into this game. So let's see. This is Congo Bongo. Now I've talked about this a little bit. I've done the Atari version. I actually picked up the Atari cartridge from the fellow YouTuber, the No Swear Gamer. But yeah, I mean it's hard on the Atari, and I've played this on the Commodore 64 when I was a kid all the time. I used to like this game. I didn't know there was an arcade version of it, so I always just played it on the Commodore 64. And so it's interesting to see how it looks like in the arcade version of it. And this game's kind of like an answer to Donkey Kong in a sense. You can kind of tell. You got the little guy. You got to get up to the top where the big ape is, and only this has a little bit of a different backstory to it. But let's insert a coin. Yep, and then it's got this little start thing. This ape guy comes out and kind of sets fire to your tent thing. So that's you down there. I didn't realize you'd have such a big red nose. Whoa, it just jumped into the water. Crazy. The graphics are pretty cool. I'm used to seeing the Commodore 64 graphic. The Intellivision has a pretty good version of this. I've never tried it before. Okay, so whoa. Now what throws people off on this game is the isometric view. The fact that you're it's kind of like, in a sense, like a Q*bert style. Almost like if you took Q*bert and Donkey Kong and put them together, and this is the game you get. Okay, I didn't get very far there, so let's put in another coin and try again. See if I can actually pass this level. I'm starting to doubt myself though. Holy crap! Those coconut things are flying at you. This is obviously the attempt at, simulating the barrels from the Donkey Kong game. What just happened there? I just literally bounced off the thing and off the screen and died. I don't know if those coconut things will kill you. I think they will. Yeah, they'll kill you. Now, this game's pretty brutal. I thought Donkey Kong was hard. So there it is. Holy crap. And, considering that I was always saying the Atari version was hard, perhaps this is just an all-around hard game. Although I never seem to have much problem on the Commodore 64 port. So maybe it's just, it's just the way these games are, designed. Some versions are easier than others. Okay, I'm scared to move here. Whoa. Keep in mind, you can't run in this game. You literally go at that same speed. Yeah. Okay, there's those monkeys, and they kind of just get in your way. They don't do much. As far as I know, they literally just get in your way. Okay, that was not... Oh, jeez, I was right at the top there. That is one creepy looking... looks more like a baboon, I guess. I don't know what he is. Is he a baboon, or... just a really bad monkey? Okay, touch the coconut. Wow. I didn't think it would be this hard, actually. Not a bad Sega title, I guess. Put in a coin. Let's do this again. Okay, if I was playing this in the arcade, I would have already lost, what, $1 something? I always like doing that when I play on the emulators and stuff. You just think about how much I would have spent. I mean, I still remember going and spending this kind of money in the arcades, but I wasn't in the arcade very much. Okay, the monkey was just on my shoulder there. He wouldn't get off. Those guys just, that's what they do. They just kind of slow you down. They climb on you. They don't kill you. I think only the coconuts and falling kills you in this game. See that? There, I just kind of ricocheted off that. But yeah, I mean, I do have memories of going to arcades, but not very often. I didn't get out to the arcades often. Not often as I would have wanted to, anyways. But that's okay, because I stayed home playing a lot of games on my Commodore 64, and I had a ton of them. Like, that was what was great about the Commodore 64. You usually had a lot of games for it. Just through, like, trading with friends and saving onto discs and stuff. Stuff you couldn't do with your consoles that required cartridges. Because unless you borrowed, you couldn't just copy cartridges like, you know, you could on the Commodore. Whew, okay, I made it to the top. Now, the Commodore did have cartridges. I'm not saying it didn't. But typically you ran a lot of games off the discs. And you can copy onto disc. Now, this level looks different. I don't recall this level, actually. This might be an extra level that's not typically included in the, on the ports. It's not even in the Commodore 64. I've never even seen that. Okay, let's put in my initial Brian's Man Cave. There we go. I'm gonna go to the end here. Look at that. Look at that. 6th place. I bet you in a real arcade I would have not even gotten close to the, Such a bugger. He comes in and just, like, sets your tent on fire. I think at the end, at this game, you set him on fire. I think this is just a revenge game. It's like, you set my tent on fire, you damn dirty ape. I'll come and set you on fire. This guy's kind of vicious, if you think about it. I mean, the ape just sets your tent on fire, and you go and actually set him on fire. I don't know if I'll even make it to the end to even see myself set him on fire, but I'm pretty sure that's what he does in this game. He sets the ape on fire. Kind of mean. He's relentless. Oh, jeez. Crazy. Alright, let's give this another whirl. I made it once. I always like how these games had this little, you know, a little bit of an intro scene to it. Kind of like in Donkey Kong where you see him climbing up the ladders. And then he bangs on the girders to create the board. You know, a nice little touch that you don't typically see on the console versions. I mean, they leave those stages out because, you know, they need to save space to fit the game on a cartridge and to create unnecessary animations. It's just not worth it. Like, they'll put it on the computer ports, like the Commodore 64, because they don't have to worry about things like space. But unless their intention is to put it on a cartridge. If you play like the Atari 2600, the ColecoVision version, that scene where Donkey Kong climbs up the stairs is not in there. Well, ladder, I should say. Stairs. Ladder. Whatever. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to figure out what I have to do here. There's just like these lobster guys, and these snakes are pretty ruthless. Man, I don't know if I can... Holy crap. Okay, I'm just gonna run. I got a hippo there. I'm gonna try and jump on the hippo. Ah, it jumped in the water! Again, it's that isometric view. It just looks like you're gonna make it, but... This is what's hard about the Atari version, is that there's that one level where you have to jump on the lily pads. Wow, this is not an easy game. And I'm already out of men. Ah! Gotta do this again. This is crazy. I haven't decided if I'm going to want to try and do like a stream of doing one of these, you know, arcade games. I typically, you know, when I do a lot of streaming, I like to do games like multiple games. I don't know if I'd want to do it with the arcade like this. Jeez. These coconuts are crazy. They're just like... They're hard to know where they're going to fall and everything. Like, at least in Donkey Kong, you can see the barrel coming. You can kind of prepare for it. These freaking coconuts are just, like, bouncing all over the place. These damn monkeys. There we go. Oh! And I ran into the water. Apparently, this guy doesn't like water. That's what I've kind of determined. He doesn't like water. He doesn't like coconuts either. I don't blame him on that. I don't like coconuts. I'm not a coconut fan. Not crazy on the coconuts. Not a big coconut fan. Okay. Especially when I play games like this, it just reinforces the reason why I don't like coconuts. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's just try and get up there. Whoa! That would hurt, though. Think about it, coconut landing on your head like that. Kind of makes me think of the scene in Castaway with Tom Hanks when he was trying to figure out how to open a coconut. He was like throwing it against the wall, or the stone wall thing. He was dropping it from the trees, dropping it from everywhere. Could not get into a coconut. Luckily he found the skates in one of those, was it Pure Later he was with, or FedEx, or whatever? He found a... Oh, look at that, I made it. Whew! He found, like, some ice skates, he was able to bust them open with that. I mean, you always think, hey, if I ever get, like, stranded on a deserted island, or desert island, or whatever, at least there's coconuts, but... Crap! How do you open it? Now this level's weird. I don't recall this level either. It's kind of weird. You come out of this hole. There's these, like, rhino things. The heck are they? They kill you. So I guess the arcade did have a bunch of levels that were just not really ported. Ah! Now I've never tried any of the other, like, Atari ports. I don't know if there's the Atari 8-bit version of this. Maybe it has all the levels in there. I don't know. I've never seen that level before. So that's kind of interesting. Anyways, yeah. That was Congo Bongo on the arcade. Obviously, I'm not good at it, but I've said this before. These games were designed this way. These games were designed to eat your quarters. They didn't want them to be easy. If they were easy, you'd just put your quarter in there and you'd be playing all day long. And how are they going to make money? I mean, this is why Donkey Kong is hard, Pac-Man is hard, even Space Invaders to some degree. Anyways, let me know what you think of the game down below, if you've played this in the arcades or what ports you play, if you play it on any other systems like the Atari or Intellivision, which is kind of rare. I mean, it's kind of expensive if you can find one. Or I think it's even on the ColecoVision. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe to my channel. Leave some comments down below. Talk to you later.